Welcome back, everyone, and Merry Christmas. So, Ansley, you got a little bit of a treat today staying in the studio.
I do. This is so fun.
We should have sent you out to talk about the winds today, but
I know it.
I know.
I'm kind of really thankful that I get to do this, though. I know the winds are crazy.
Well, and you know, it is the holiday spirit, and we've been talking a lot about traditions on our Facebook pages. I know all throughout the week, all of us on our Facebook pages have talked about, you know, asking people to share some traditions, and we got some cool answers.
Absolutely. I know everybody has different traditions. I mean, even within the morning crew, we all have something different we do.
Yeah.
It may cause a little bit of conflict. We'll talk about that later in the hour as well. But yeah, definitely on our Facebook page, we asked you to comment and say what your traditions are. So this morning, Cindy Hollum says, when my parents were alive and all the grandkids were grown, we stopped exchanging gifts and began going to the local mall. We each chose a name. And then from the Angel Tree, we spent that next hour shopping and spending a generous amount shopping for that child. They regrouped and wrapped their gifts and dropped them off at the gift corral by the Angel Tree. Then afterwards, they had a lovely meal together, and it was a wonderful feeling. She said that their family grew closer from that experience.
That is a great way to show people, you know, especially showing the kids how to share a little bit.
Yeah, because I don't think that happens very much. I mean, we all love presents, but to shop for somebody else for Christmas is so special.
It is. That's a good one. What's another one that somebody shared on a page?
So Kay Miller, actually, that's Donnie's mom, our trusty cameraman. She says that their family gathered together and they opened one gift on Christmas Eve. And on the morning, then they handed out the gifts, and then they started from the oldest to the youngest opening Christmas gifts. So that left Donnie, he's the youngest. So I mean that he couldn't open until last.
The anticipation probably was too much.
He said he was really excited though.
Yeah, well, and some people, as we've got them on our iPad now, because on our main page, people were sharing a couple of cool traditions too.
Absolutely.
I love this first one because it's between a mom and her daughter, and they started a perfume exchange between the two of them. Isn't that a neat idea? So every year they not just smell well, they've got a really cool looking design that they get. And then I really like what Donna has here on hers also.
Yes, Donna says since she was a baby, they had a very large family, and they would always get together on Christmas Eve to open family gifts and have delicious food and goodies. But before Christmas tradition started, her dad or one of the uncles or older cousins would sit down and open up the Bible and read what the true meaning for the season was. And so she said that she really appreciated listening to the real story behind Christmas, and thought that the younger generation should learn from that as well.
I think Kathy had something very similar. They went to service that night and then would come home and watch White Christmas. So some great traditions that were shared with us.
There's so many good Christmas movies out there.
There are a lot of great Christmas movies. We could do a separate post just on that.
Yes.
All right, well, coming up later on, you know, that Donnie one is a tip, because another thing that we talked about on Facebook yesterday was kind of a quiz for you that we shared on all of our personal Facebook pages, so you can check that out yet. You guys are going to talk about that later on.
Absolutely. So just a little tease, actually, before we start that, the morning crew, all of us wrote down something, and so somebody started a nutcracker collection, somebody, the Santa left gifts by the fireplace, not by the tree. Somebody didn't open gifts on Christmas Eve because they thought that they would get a vegetable rather than a present, so they waited.
That's a different one.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah.
And then somebody had a big Christmas meal on Christmas Eve and then had snacks on Christmas Day. So go to our Facebook page, see which one out of the morning crew did that, and we'll talk about that later in the hour.
Great. In the meantime, we're getting ready to hand it over to Cassie, because she is going to be keeping an eye on some very strong winds that are out there. More on your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day forecast next.
All right, well, welcome back this morning, hanging out with Ansley Watson in studio. We're talking Christmas traditions, you know, the sounds, sights, smells of Christmas, all that kind of fun stuff. And Ansley, the big topic, we have a lot of debate going on within ourselves over the tradition list that we have set out, each of us a little bit different.
We really do. So on our Facebook page, we posted, there's 5 of us in the morning crew, we posted all of our Christmas traditions. We want the viewers to vote on whose is whose. So somebody collects a nutcracker collection as a child. Somebody says that Santa leaves gifts by the fireplace rather than under the Christmas tree.
That one seems weird.
It's kind of interesting to me.
Odd, really.
Somebody was told that their gifts are vegetables on Christmas Eve, and then the magic of Christmas Day turns them into actual gifts.
Huh, okay.
Somebody eats a great big meal on Christmas Eve and then has goodies on Christmas Day. And then somebody opens up presents from the oldest to the youngest.
A lot of interesting ones,
Yeah.
and I've seen the feedback. I don't think anybody's got them all right yet.
I don't think so.
I know.
The results would surprise you. I really do.
I think the results will surprise you. The one that I think is most interesting to me is maybe the one that the presents are left by the fireplace. We've kind of discussed this.
Yes. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
But I really do want to know if somebody doesn't have a fireplace, what is Santa supposed to do?
Right. And to me, no, I'm not trying to call out
Right.
Santa Claus here, but it just seems like maybe they're not as interested in that household. Just kind of like kick the presents down the chimney, like,
Yeah,
they'll land somewhere over
It's
there.
like Santa doesn't take the time to put them under the tree.
Yeah.
So in this person's particular house, I don't know if they were naughty all year long or what.
This is just an example of maybe the naughtiness that you're talking about.
I believe it is. I believe it is. I don't think they're very nice this year.
So
we'll talk about that
we'll reveal those
later.
later, yeah. But also some Christmas thoughts that come with the holiday.
So when it comes to Christmas time, obviously the senses come alive. What you see, what you think of when you think of Christmas. So let's talk about like the sights and sounds of Christmas. When you think of it, when you smell Christmas, what are those smells that come to your mind?
I would say Christmas to me, of course, you get the smell of pine trees. That's one of the most iconic things for me. Cinnamon rolls in the morning, my mom would make those up ready to go. You need energy to open the presents. And even maybe my dad playing guitar. The family's around, he's jamming out. You get a good vibe going. So a lot of fun for me. How about yourself?
Well, mine's kind of interesting. So my mom would always buy citrus fruit from...
Citrus?
Yes, from the Farmer's Bureau, I think it is.
On sale that time of year, maybe.
I don't know. So anyway, we were getting grapefruit and oranges. So whenever we opened up citrus, cut open a good grapefruit in the morning, and it is interesting because you might think of summer whenever you think of that.
That's where my mind would
citrus.
go. But
and then the evergreen, that was really, really good
evergreen.
too.
All right.
So what about like sights when you go out? I'm thinking of like all the lights, obviously. Yeah. Going Christmas shopping. It's just so...
Yeah, I would say the lights, of course. I know Christmas Eve, you after the church service, go check out the Christmas lights, drive by, there's this nice neighborhood kind of right by our church, drive right through it's mainly for my mom's appeasement. Everybody in the back of the car, we're singing Phil Collins for jazz hands are the best for Phil Collins. But Christmas lights for me.
And you've actually gone to see some Christmas lights.
Yeah,
how was that?
We checked out the local ones, and they're amazing. Just what people can do with the Christmas lights, and you just love to drive by, and it gives you that kind of that cheeriness.
Yeah. And I'm thinking like what you hear.
Yes.
Christmas carolers.
Carolers. I like the bell. You got the bell ringers outside the stores.
Yep.
You can't
For
walk.
Salvation Army.
Yeah, you can't walk by them and not. All right, I got money.
Maybe
throw your credit card in there, or someone else's credit card in there.
They might appreciate
that. By the
that.
way, I gotta get you a new credit card.
What? So anyway, let's move on. So this thought came to my mind. Obviously, Christmas traditions are so different. Once you marry somebody, they have a completely different Christmas tradition. It's like you have to compromise who does what.
Yeah, it's sometimes maybe a combination, maybe a little mesh. I mean, as far as I know, my parents pretty similar Christmas traditioners.
Did they?
I know yours were a little different.
They were different.
They came together.
Yep. We actually had to take my dad's side of traditions, which I appreciate. Thank you, Dad. But we will be talking that later in the hour as well. So stay with us. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to reveal who has what. We're going to be putting on some interesting Christmas sweaters. And we'll have the things to know right after the break. Stay tuned.
Everybody, because everybody talks about the ugly sweaters, and I feel bad because I'm sensitive about that word ugly. I like to call them unfortunate sweaters because unfortunately as seasons change, our tastes change.
Right.
So I'm going to call them unfortunate
No,
sweaters.
I think that they're so different that it almost makes them cute.
They
like,
do,
look at these bears.
yeah.
I think they're kind of cute.
makes them cute. You're right.
Yes. But we are having a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
And real quick, before we head off to the Today Show, we had the big reveal. We wanted to share traditions. Well, we had heard from Donnie's mom. They were the family that started with the eldest and went down to the youngest. I'm going to let you know that I was not the person who collected the nutcrackers. Everybody thought that I was. I was not. My family, we always have a huge meal on Christmas Eve and then just snack all day on Christmas Day. That's what we do. Yeah.
Mine was the correct one. Our Christmas presents from Santa were always by the fireplace, not underneath the tree.
That one's still open for debate.
It's not open for debate.
Santa just trying to get through Minnesota. Anyways, I was actually the Nutcracker. Nutcracker guy, yeah. My mom, or Santa, always supplies me with the Nutcracker each year.
Okay, and that leaves you with the
vegetables. Yeah, well, it started with my brother. He wanted to open gifts on Christmas Eve, and my dad said, no, open presents on Christmas Day. So he opened one on Christmas Eve, and he got a vegetable.
Oh,
boom,
now we
lesson
know.
learned.
Now we know. All right. Well, we hope that every single one of you have a very Merry Christmas. Be careful out there. We're going to have the latest on what's happening with our weather throughout the day. Make the most of your holiday.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
And Merry Christmas.
Oh, good job, guys.